Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the great and powerful Zilla, and welcome to this little commentary that I'm going to make on the state of the game as it is right now and what's been proposed. As we all know, or should know, about the Paragon experiment. All right, but let's start with what's in the game right now. Okay, so here we go. We got the Rogue Wave event, which is basically fly, strike, win. And to their credit, Blizzard, or not Blizzard, I'm sorry, I'm thinking Warcraft because they've screwed up just about as much or more than Wargaming, but Wargaming's heading down that path. The Wargaming has had the foresight to put in missions outside of the Rogue Wave event because they realize not everybody's going to like the Rogue Wave event. And yeah, but it gives good prizes, you know. I mean, yeah, little camos here, premium consumables, which will become irrelevant in 8.7, but I digress. Okay, and flags. So good stuff, and then you get your main prize if you complete 5 of the missions. You get all this good stuff here. So that's going on, and it's going to continue to go on, I believe, until the 24th of this month. Now, in the Armory, they have added the Yoshino. If you haven't got it yet, I highly recommend that ship. It's very good to get. It's going to cost you 184,000 coal with the coupon. So it's 248 without it, 184 with it. And you can combine and convert steel at a rate of 1 to 10 if you need to make up the difference between the coal and what you need. Okay? Combat missions. Got all this Rogue Wave stuff, which is all fine and good. That gives you the resource of tokens, fuel tokens, that really the only thing I could see useful for is credits or the Venom, the Tier 9 American Destroyer. Outside of that, I really don't see anything on there that says, wow, I need to get that. No. So you got to complete this stuff here, all right, and your daily missions, of course, and you get prizes. And in this case, they've thrown in 2 little Rogue Wave containers at the end of it, so you get that as well, right? Now, this right here. A lot of players are complaining about this because most of us have time constraints, all right? I've been sidelined because of my medical problems, so I have time, but most players don't, and that means 48 combat missions out of a daily mission series. Now, it is currently July the 5th. We can go to the 24th, which is roughly 20 days from now, 19 days. 19 times 2, right? If you're just starting this now, you have no prayer of getting this done at all. And the prize at the end of that is 100 fuel tokens. So if you're trying to get the Venom with this and you're just starting now, you have no chance. And that players are complaining about it because it's pay to win. You might recall other events where you've gotten almost there. The Cossack's a good example, but you couldn't quite get it done, and you went ahead and spent $2 and bought the extra sovereigns or guineas or whatever they were, and got the Cossack only to find out a few days later that Wargaming backed off and let you get it for 48 of those currencies. So, this is a topic of contention, right? Okay. So, there's that. Campaigns you already know about, containers you know about, daily shipments. Naval battle has changed. Naval battle has changed in the instead of base XP, you have to get ribbons. This is going to enable smaller and low attendance clans to compete. So you go into a battle on, for example, here, Japanese battleships, you need 25 ribbons to get to the next level. How many levels are there? Well, up to 200 ribbons. So, yeah, there's that. Get oil for your clan. Move on from there. Controversial point. Clan Brawl. just to demonstrate how much Wargaming knows that they have broken aircraft carriers and how much they hate aircraft carrier players. I'm going to show you this. This is their words, not mine. Although I truly believe that. Okay? If this is going to go, come on now, Internet. I got ships in the background floating around. Here we go. Okay. Let's get to the new. Get to the new. Get to the new. It's not doing it. Why is it not doing it? Because it's not fully loaded. That's why. Oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, July combat missions, rogue wave ships. They're really pushing that. The Venom. They want you to participate in that. That's all fine and good. Resources, battle for resources to get more fuel tokens. Battle with Hill. If you get the Hill at the end of this, you play one battle, you get 3 more fuel tokens. All right. You get fuel tokens every day for doing your daily missions. The July 4th event is going to run through July 12th. That means every day that you're going to have the option of getting a 200% experience on your ships. And this isn't going for whatever reason. I'm embarrassed. My apologies. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working. But under the new, they had the clan brawl thing, and the clan brawl now suddenly, if you play a CV, forget about it. You are banned. You are not allowed to participate. CVs are now banned from clan brawl, which starts tomorrow if your clan is participating. So if you were looking forward to playing a carrier in clan brawl, you are SOL. Wargaming does not give a damn about you and your carrier. You are banned. And even so, no matter how good you are, I don't know if you would make that big of a difference in the clan brawl. But that's true. Wargaming has banned carriers from clan brawl. So that's pretty big news. But all of this combined is being buried by what's going on in the forums right now. You see it pop up on the screen. This is an uprising. This is a revolution. Call it whatever you want. You can add any adjective to it that you want to. The bottom line is this has been received about as well as a skunk in a room. This thing stinks to high heaven. And shout out to Little White Mouse for her post. Dear, I'd hug you, but I'd probably get punched by you, so I'll hold off on that. This is unbelievable. And most of the community contributors and YouTubers agree that it's contemptible. However, there are 2 that digress. One is Flamu, who thinks this is a fantabulous idea. And 2 is No Zoop. No Zoop came out with a video that categorically stated that he was with the community on this, and then he proceeded in the video to describe how it could be implemented. People don't want this implemented at all. Let me explain. Look at a tech tree, any tech tree, pick your tech tree. Let's say we'll go with the Japanese. And the season comes up, and it happens to be Japanese destroyers. So, on the Naval Training Center, it will have a button at the bottom that says Forget. If you click that and verify it, it will erase all of these ships. It will sell them all back for 50% credits, right? And it will unlearn any research that you did on this ship. So then you will have to go back and regrind this entire line to get so many points to put into a ship that you want. Now, let's be honest. Most of us would put it into a tier 10 that we're using in competitive battles, like clan wars or rank battles, etc. Okay? So you could theoretically grind this back up and then put that point into the Zao or put it into the Yamato, whatever have you. And that would give you a tier 1 upgrade. On the Yamato, it would be 15% more health. Okay? On the Zao, I believe it would be 10% more health. All of the upgrades to tier 1 are health. All right, and then tier 2, accuracy, accuracy. Tier 3, well, actually, with the cruisers, in addition to health, you would get rudder shift. And then tier 3 is reloads to your consumables, and you get extra consumables. So instead of having 4 damage control parties, you would have 5. You know, that sort of thing. I'm just using that as an example. So the first concern was, well, this only helps players that have tier 10s. What about new players coming in? And Wargaming very arrogantly and smugly said that they're going to get rid of the premium consumables, right? And they're only going to go with a premium consumable. They're going to get rid of regular consumables. So this would be gone. This would be standard and free, and it would stay the way it is. Okay? So this gone. As of 8.7, this gone. This is free. So there's no need for you to have premium consumables. But they did not say that if you had them stockpiled like I do, if you were going to be compensated financially for that in the game. They didn't say that. Okay? So that doesn't make any sense, right? And that is not going to allow a new player on a new shiny tier 10 to compete with a level 3 carrier player on their shiny tier 10. There is no competition. Somebody broke it down. I think it was iChase. If they went through with this and you had a tier 3 conqueror, you would effectively have 36,000 more health than you currently have in the game. So, yeah, there's that. And Wargaming put out threads, and here you go, up on the left-hand side of the screen. And they have gone berserk. They have gone absolutely berserk. So, this morning, Wargaming backed off of the NTC, and they said, well, we're really adjusting the buffs that you would get from this. That's not the point. You don't get it. Get rid of it completely. Nobody wants it. Get rid of it. I'll be damned if I'm going to grind down a whole line again when it took me forever to get what I have. I worked really hard to get those tier 10s and spent many a day having fun playing up to get them. But I have no desire whatsoever to go back to the very beginning, forget everything that I've learned, and regrind an entire line just to get a point to put on whatever ship. No, I just don't. And if you put any kind of buff on a ship from doing that, you're making it mandatory. Because in games like this, even a 1% increase over something is major. It makes a big difference. It can mean the difference between winning and losing a clan war or a ranked battle. Just no. Little things mean a lot. There's plenty of stuff on this UI right here that can be fixed. Plenty of stuff. You see all this? All this, all of that, the statistics page that I have, all of that. Those are mods. Wargaming. Instead of investing in this, why don't you fix this? Aslands.com has great mod pack. Why don't you borrow from that and implement some of these into the UI, in the port, in the game? Why don't you borrow from Aslands again? Different rangefinders, different crosshairs, different markers and more visible markers and things like that. Why don't you do that? They're already out there, and we know that they work. Why not implement something like that to fix the UI? Why not fix the countless glitches that are in the game? Torps that are launched from an island. We've seen that. Torps that go through islands. How about, ships that float sometimes in the air? You've got a bunch of glitches in the game. One of the most irritating to me, and I know it's a little thing, is whenever they come out with a new patch, the news will be red. You'll have a red button over here, and no matter what you do, you can't get rid of it. You can read that news 50,000 times. Usually it's an advertisement to buy from their premium shop, and that little red thing will be there. And I know it's a little thing, but really? You can't fix something that simple? I mean, to me it seems simple. I'm not a coder, and I'm not a programmer, but to me it seems like that would be something pretty easy to get rid of. So, those are some of the things that they should be focused on instead of, and I said in the post that I posted on the forums, instead of reinventing the wheel, why don't you just change the tire? Just little things. All these little things add up, and they could do that. But this Paragon system that they have, the Naval Training Center, in my humble opinion, is a bad, bad thing. It really makes the game pay to win. It's a bad idea all the way around. You want to help tier 10s, you want to buff tier 10s. How about this? Let's take a look at the Shimakaze for a second. Okay? Now, before we do that, let me go ahead and do this and show you something. Combat missions. I'm sorry. Bear with me. All right. Combat missions. Got all these to get the unique module, right? Okay. So you have to go through all these stages, and they're the same for any ship. 10,000 XP, 8 million credits, 15,000 free XP, win 15 games, which is the easiest of them of the group here, and then the last one, which is the kick in the butt, 40,000 base XP. Now, once you've gone through all that, you get the unique upgrade. Now, I have the unique upgrade on several ships simply by just playing. I don't grind them out per se. I just play every day until I get them. Now, the Shimakaze, I've got the unique upgrade. Okay? On the Shimakaze, if I can get to it. There we go. Unique upgrade goes in the same slot that you get your torpedo reload in. Your Torpedo 2's Mod 3. Reload time of 15%. Okay? 50% risk to being incapacitated. Look at the accelerated torpedo reload. Not only you get a 10% buff to the reload time, so your torpedoes will reload in 88 seconds. Okay? But, and this is the but, as a negative to that, the Torpedo 2s will traverse 80% slower, and they have a 50% chance of being incapacitated. More than half the game you're going to spend with your Torpedo 2s broken. So what's the point? The negatives far outweigh the positives in this particular case. It's garbage. Pure, unadulterated, unfiltered garbage. And we ground for this? We went through all that for this? This is the big unique upgrade? Really? So no, I don't even put it on the Shimakaze, and there's no point. Right? So, you want to do something? Make it worthwhile to grind? How about eliminating the negatives on those unique upgrades? How about getting rid of all the negatives on the upgrades? That would reward a player. They went through a big grind to get it. That would certainly reward a player. Or at the very least, nerf the detractors. Bring it down. Maybe a 20% traverse speed reduction. Maybe a 25% instead of 50% incapacitation on the Shimakaze. But you've really pissed people off because they grind up to this thing, and many of them, myself included sometimes, don't look at videos by other community contributors that rate these things, and then when they get them, they're like, what the? You get the idea. Okay? So that's one thing that they could do. The Snowflake event was very successful. I know myself, I went back and bought ships just so I could knock snowflakes off them and get steel and coal. You've got the Yoshino and the Stalingrad in the Armory for steel and coal. Hey, why not bring back the Snowflake event? It doesn't have to be Snowflake. It can be stars. It can be pluses, minuses, whatever, X's, whatever. Bring that back once a month. Let players earn coal and steel on those ships. You'll see people playing tier 5, 6, 7, all over the place. Why? Because they want to knock that snowflake off, get that steel so they can get that Stalingrad, so they can get that Yoshino. Maybe they want the flint. Maybe they want the black. Give players the option of doing that every month with the snowflakes. You don't have to invent this naval training center to give players incentives to play lower tiers. All you have to do is simple little things. Remember Occam's razor, the simplest answer. The simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just change the tire. Okay? That's my 2 cents. I'll probably get changed. In the meantime, you guys be good to each other and have a great, great day.